The boys are in their homeschool co-op 2 days a week now. Kind of feels like 2019 because I only have Pearl with me and she's napping. So I'm hoping we can get back to more heart-to-hearts. In case you missed it, Daniel and I have started Sacred Spark, which is a new dating and matchmaking platform. And we have an Instagram. This conversation came up. It is so important and it has to do with the word independent. A woman talked about, why do men not want independent, career-driven women? Or men, are you turned off by an independent, career-driven woman? And this is what I want single men of faith to know, whether you're Catholic, Christian, whatever that may be. I know so many amazing single women desiring marriage who do amazing in their careers, who are excellent at what they do, who own their own homes. The list goes on and on. They are independent in every way, shape, and form. Not because they want to be, but because they have to be, right? It's not like they're like, oh, I want to depend on a man. They desire marriage. They want to find a good and holy man to enter into the sacrament of marriage with and start a beautiful life together with. They desire that. But they have to be independent because that has not come to them yet. There is no other option than for them to do everything for themselves, to provide for themselves, to excel in their careers because they're excellent and they're hardworking and they're amazing and they're intelligent. They have to be the ones at their home who are watching the YouTube video of a handyman fixing something because they live by themselves. If they don't want to pay rent, right, and they can afford a house, of course they're going to buy a house because it is them and them only at this season in their lives. And I applaud that. I applaud that so much. And single men, I want you to hear me when I say this. I hear this too much in my conversations that a single man will look at a woman like that who owns her own house, who has done really well in her career, and make an assumption about who she is or what she wants or what matters the most to her just because of what's on paper. Too many men just say, oh, she's independent. She won't have space in her life to have a man, to have a husband provide for her, whatever. You have no idea what might be going on in her heart. You have no idea what she desires until you ask her. You have no idea what her dreams, whatever they might be, for the large scope of her life might be until you ask her. And you could write her off because she's excellent in her career, because she owns a home, because she seems very independent. But what I can tell you as a woman who's been married over 9.5 years now, and has had 3 children, an excellent work ethic, an ability to just work hard and excel at something is needed as a wife and as a mother, right? I'm speaking to my own experience in life. A solid work ethic goes a long way within the sacrament of marriage. A woman who is independent, right? It's not necessarily that she doesn't want to depend on a man to be a husband and a father to provide for the family. It's not that she doesn't want that. And providing doesn't just mean financially. It means a lot of different ways. Safety, peace, faith, all kinds of good things that a husband and father provides for the family. It doesn't mean that she's just Miss Independent and she wouldn't desire that. It might be the greatest desire of her heart to not be independent, to have a man in her life she can depend on, to do life with, to walk the road toward heaven with. I just speak from the heart of witnessing so many amazing single women who a man could just pass off and say, oh, she wouldn't want this, or she wouldn't want that, or she's like this, or she's like that. Please stop. You don't know. And this goes both ways. Women can make all kinds of assumptions about men. I'm just talking about this one thing at this one time. I know so many amazing single women of amazing, incredible faith who are so strong and so independent and so self-sufficient because they need to do it to survive in our culture today. So what more, when we're looking at the grand scope of this, can someone expect for a woman to do to show that she is not just Miss Independent, who doesn't want to do anything to do with anyone and would just treat a man? I forget what the quote someone says. When two people come together in the sacrament of marriage, it is a different path going forward. And yes, in dating, it's good to talk about what hopes you have for your life. And do you want to work or do you not want to work? Do you want to stay at home? Do you want to continue on in your career? All of those conversations are good and necessary. Sometimes, before we get married, we have this idea of how we want things to go, and then you get married and that changes, and then you might have a child and that changes, and things are changing all the time. For Daniel and I, 9.5 years in, the things are changing all the time in life. Period. Those are good conversations to have. But what I don't want you to miss out on is a wonderful woman who has to be independent now, who would love to date you, to welcome you into her heart and into her life, in all of her strengths, in all of her weaknesses, in all of the beauty of her life, in all of the challenges of her life. I don't want you to miss out on her because she's strong, because she is independent, because she has done excellent, amazing things in her career. And she might want to continue to do excellent, amazing things in her career, and she might not. All of these answers to these questions you only get by asking her, by being open to the interior of a woman rather than how things look on the outside. I must shout out now to all of you amazing women out there who would give anything to not have to do everything on your own. And I'm gonna cry. And fix the sink on your own. And change oil on your car. All of these things that my friends share with me, they say, man, I would love to have a good, holy husband. Not that that's all men are good for. I would love to have a good, holy husband to share in the responsibilities of life with, to be a team, to do things together. My heart just aches because I know so many amazing single women who desire that so much. And I'm looking for the men. Men, I'm always looking for you. Where are you? Show yourselves. I'm just so proud of you. I see you truly putting one foot in front of the other, surrendering every day, opening up your heart to God's will for you every day, living your best life every single day, excelling in what God has invited you into now. With all of the desires that you might have on your heart, whatever those desires might be, you continue to trust, you continue to get up every day and serve the Lord and love the Lord. And I'm so proud of you. I mean that with every bone in my body. And I get emotional because I just want to give you a hug and have a cup of coffee. As I've always said, have you over to my table and just hear all about your life. This message, I feel like, maybe you disagree, maybe you agree, let me know in the comments, needs to get out to men so that they can take a step back and just prayerfully discern that and reflect on that going forward in dating, just for singles everywhere. So comment, like this video so we can hopefully get it to reach more men. That's all for today. I keep hitting my flower. Hopefully we'll have more heart-to-hearts coming up in the future now that Pearl naps and I have a little bit of time to share with you. Talk to you soon. Bye.